Hello, today we're here with famed artist Ed Sandoval here in Taos Plaza live on the studio. I'm a student with the University of New Mexico, and we're doing a program in fine art entrepreneurship, and we developed a series of questions for Mr. Sandoval, and so he can give us an example of what drove him today to be here doing the passions and love that he desires today. Good evening, Mr. Sandoval.
Good evening. How are you all?
Pretty good. Good to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So, what brings you here to Taos, and what drives you to be a sensational artist in the society here in Taos?
Oh gosh, Taos has always been important to me growing up because I used to come here in school on field trips and visit galleries and some of the museums, and I was always so inspired by the art that I saw here, and gosh, eventually I just moved here, and I've been here for over a little over 30 years now.
Great. Really, it's good to see that. How old were you when you first started noticing that you had a passion for doing this type of work?
Oh gosh, I was very young. I would always, growing up, I was left-handed all my life, and I always had that side of the brain working for me, and I don't know, in grade school I was always so excited about doing art in school, In fact, I remember we used to have to do book reports, right? 5th grade, 4th grade, book reports. I would spend so much time designing and drawing the cover of a book report, and less time on the content inside. So it was the artwork that I was more interested in than the actual material, bookwork material on the inside.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful that you developed a thought at a very young age on the creativity of the covers and such, rather than the input of the writing.
Right, yeah.
All about the artwork.
Every chance I would get, I would volunteer to do a poster for some little event in school. I would spend a lot of time in the art room because I just loved being surrounded by creativity and projects the kids were working on, and of course my own projects. So I was always, of course, a straight-A student in art.
Can you give us an explanation of what you're doing here today? What type of art would you describe it?
Well, this is a canvas on a stretcher bar. I always underpaint my canvases with a red-orange. I like working off this color, not only some of the effects that I get and some of the transparency and the oil paint that I get, this color coming through these other colors, but also when I look at this color, I automatically get a rush, I get this, it's like I describe to a lot of my art students, when I see a red canvas, it's like a bull attacking a red cape. The adrenaline and the color and the passion and the drive and it's all based on this color. And this particular color, I've been underpainting with this color for over 40 years. So this is not new to the art world, not new to me. Uh, it just excites the hell out of me when I see a red-orange canvas.
During your development, did you have internships? Where did you learn how to paint, and what avenues did you draw aspects from?
Well, avenues come from all over, you know, inspiration comes from all over. You know, growing up, my dad, we lived in Nambe, which is a village north of Santa Fe. But my dad went to work at the conception, the start of the Manhattan Project in Los Alamos. So eventually we had two homes when I was growing up. One in Los Alamos, and then we had a home in Nambe where we had our little ranch farm. Los Alamos had an incredible art department, incredible exposure to every kind of medium that you could think of. The school budgets for art, drama, music, band, speech, drafting, art. The budgets were just incredible, so art teachers could order materials without even batting an eye as to the cost of them, because the government was paying for them. I was exposed to oil painting in elementary school. So, and then of course college.
What continues to drive you today to continue to make, achieve, and then move on to develop new innovative ideas?
Well, if you're a professional artist, I think to become a professional artist, you have to have a passion. You have to have a strong passion for what you're doing. And the strong passion is the driving force that puts you in front of whatever medium you're working from, puts you in front of it every day, and you're not tired of it. It's a new and exciting experience. Every time I start a new painting, it's a totally new and exciting experience. And
right.
I can paint every day. I don't need to be in the mood to paint. I paint because it's in my heart.
You love what you do.
It's not.
Sounds like it's a great, deep, deep passion that you have.
Oh gosh. Every day I have to paint.
Has your reaction to your work changed over time?
Oh sure, you grow as an artist. You experiment. There's a lot of experimentation before you develop your style, which is your very own. There's a lot of experimentation. You experiment with technique, you experiment with color, you experiment with so many different influences you experiment with. But as you grow and become into a professional artist where you do it every day, there's something inside of you that just dictates your love and passion and technique. In my case, my style and my technique is almost a cross between four of the old masters into one. My style is very recognizable. People look at my paintings and they don't even have to walk up close and look at the signature. They know who painted it. And a long time ago, I think it was in 1988, they filmed a movie up in a mountain village up here where I have a little ranch called Truchas, and Robert Redford filmed a movie called The Milagro Beanfield War. Well, I was involved in the movie a little bit, and I got to hang out with all of the actors that were in the movie. Well, one in particular was the old man in the movie. The old man, Amarante. He was a very important figure in the movie. He walked around with a walking stick. He had the personification of, you know, the wise old man from the village, the man who knew nature, had a spiritual connection with everything. And the inspiration of watching the filming of him, I started doing paintings of him. And from that, the image of the old man kept growing and growing and growing. Today, the old man is still in my paintings. But anymore, I think of the old man as a universal figure that could be anywhere in the world. But it all started from
That's a
that movie.
fantastic story, and I love hearing that. What a great conception of what the old man represents, and to have you here tell us today is a great experience. Thank you very much. What type of roles do artists like yourself have in society?
Oh gosh, you know, I think, you know, that question, of course, will be answered long after I'm gone. It's hard to answer that question as a living artist in the moment of your life and career. It's a difficult question. You know, I get a lot of feedback from collectors, and the thing I hear a lot of is, Mr. Sandoval, we never get tired of the painting we bought from you 40 years ago. I think, you know, I was interviewed by Southwest Art Magazine as one of the winning artists in America in a competition, but they asked me questions in that particular article, and I think one of them was, how do you want to be seen, you know, after you're gone? And I think the most important thing is that your work will live on long after you're gone, and will endure the test of time. Okay? That's important to me, that 100 years from now, those people will still be looking at my work.
Great concept. What would be your dream project if you haven't accomplished it yet?
Dream project. That's a tough one. That's a good one. It's sort of like, oh gosh, it's sort of like your bucket list, you know? What do you want to do? What is your bucket list? You know, 10 things that you want to do before you die, you know? I think I just want, the most important thing to me is to keep my health and still continue painting till the very day that I die.
And what type of advice could you give to new upcoming artists?
Well, I think the important thing is, you know, learn how to draw first before you even start to paint. Try to, you know, develop your eye to to be able to draw good, you know, draftsmanship, good draftsmanship. Composition is so important, you know, relationship of sizes in a composition. A lot of things play into the beginning of an art student. You know, draw as much as you can, then start going into painting now. I love oils because oils to me have such a beautiful transparency. They're very fluid. They'll stay fluid for a long time. Painting with oils is like ice skating. And you just swish around the ice skating rink. This is a big ice skating rink. And you just swish around, moving color over here, moving color over here, laying a color on top of a color. Don't be afraid to face a canvas and you know, when I paint, I have to listen to music, and music loosens me up. I feel an energy, and a lot of my brush strokes are dictated from the beat of music, musical notes, musical instruments. Acrylic, not so much, because to me, acrylic has not been proven in the test of time. 100 years from now, acrylic paintings could start peeling off. Oils, we know, last forever. And just as an art student, just experiment as much as you can. Experiment with clay, experiment with silver, with turquoise, with sculpture, with pottery. Just open your mind to being able to see proportions, being able to see light, being able to see color. Study nature as much as you can. If you're going to be a landscape painter, you need to have this photographic memory of, let's say, that cloud formation over there. Boom! It registers in my mind. I pull from that mental photo I just took, and I can bring it in and show it to you on the canvas.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us here today, Ed, and on your advice. And we look forward to seeing you out here on the plaza again. And thanks again.
Yeah, thank you for coming by. It's been fun.
Great having you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.